Good morning, everyone. Today we are going to start the chapter number 5, study of design patterns from the subject software architecture and design patterns. In last sessions, we have seen about design patterns, what pattern is, what is design patterns, what are the design patterns. Okay, so your chapter number 5 contains that creational patterns, and singleton, factory methods, abstract factory, then structural patterns includes adapter, decorator, facade, then behavioral pattern includes iterator pattern, observer pattern, strategy, command, and state. That is study of intent, applicability, participants, structure, collaboration, then Java example code, implementation and consequences. Okay, this is all about your chapter number 5, study of design patterns. We are going to see all the patterns one by one here. See, this is design patterns. Okay, so 5 pattern catalogs, that is 5 classes are there: fundamental patterns, creational patterns, behavioral patterns, structural patterns, and concurrency patterns. Okay, so this is all about your design patterns. So first we will start with creational patterns. Okay, that is definition of creational pattern. What is creational patterns? So creational patterns abstract the instantiation process. Instantiation process or the starting process, it abstract the instantiation process of your software design. Okay, they help to make a system independent of how its objects are created, composed, and represented. What it says, it helps to make a system independent of how its objects are created, composed, and represented. That means creational patterns for classes use inheritance to vary the class that is instantiated. Okay, creational patterns for classes use inheritance. This pattern use inheritance to vary the class that is instantiated. We are going to create any one class. That means whenever we are going to create a class, this pattern uses inheritance. Okay, so creational patterns for objects delegate instantiation to another object. Okay, so these are some examples of creational patterns: factory, singleton, builder, and prototype. Yeah, singleton. First, we will see singleton patterns. Okay, what singleton pattern is? It ensures that only one instance of a class is created and provide a global access point to the object. The singleton pattern, that singleton pattern provides only one instance. Okay, it ensures that it has only one instance or only one object for that class that is created and provide global access point to that object. Here you can see the example of singleton pattern. Here singleton pattern, it contains instance of that singleton, only one instance. Okay, here you can see, that's why it is singleton, only one instance is there for that class. Okay, and the method, it will provide only one instance of that class. Okay, and provide global access point to that object. Okay, so here you can see the Java example here, class singleton. Okay, after that we are going to create a static method for that, or a static object for that class. Okay, here you can see that's why it ensures the only one instance of that class is created, so that we can access that throughout, or it can access or provide a global access point to that object. Here you can see the class singleton, then private static singleton instance. Here you can see we are going to create a static instance of that class. Okay, then private singleton method is there. After that, we are going to implement that method. Here you can see public static synchronize singleton get instance. Okay, static method is there. We are going to implement that get singleton method, that is get instance. Okay, through that method we are going to get that instance of that class. Okay, if that instance is equal to null, then instance is equal to new singleton. Okay, then it will return. If that instance is equal to null, then it will call that singleton method and return that instance. Okay, this is all about class singleton. Okay, In this singleton pattern, under creational patterns, it ensures that only one instance of a class is created and provide a global access point to that object. Okay, this is the representation of singleton pattern in UML class diagram. Here you can see only one instance to call that singleton. Okay, here you can see instance singleton, only one instance is created, and this is the method for that singleton pattern. Okay, then when to use that singleton in creational patterns, when we must ensure that only one instance of a class is created, whenever we are going to, or we ensure that only one instance is there for that class, at that time we can use that singleton. Then when the instance must be available through all the code, whenever that instance or that object is available throughout the program or throughout the code, at that time we can use that singleton pattern. Then in multi-threading environments we can use where multiple threads must access the same resources through the same singleton object. Okay, whenever we are going to create any multi-threading environment or any multi-threaded program, at that time whenever we are sure that multiple threads will access the same resources, at that time we can create that singleton object for that class. Okay, then what are the common usage of that singleton pattern? First one is logger classes, configuration classes, accessing resources in shared mode. Then some other design patterns that are implemented as singletons, like factories and abstract factories, builder, prototype. Okay, these are some other design patterns that are implemented as singleton patterns. Okay, so this is all about singleton pattern here. Then next pattern is under creation pattern is factory. What factory is? It creates objects without exposing the instantiation logic to the client. What it creates object without exposing the instantiation logic to the client, refers to the newly created object through a common interface. In this we are going to implement the interface or create that interface for newly created object. Okay, through that common interface we can refer that newly created objects, and that objects without, it creates the objects without exposing the instantiation logic. Here you can see the example or representation of factory. Here see public class product factory. Okay, here you can see this class factory, it will create that product. Here you can see the create product method, create product. Yes, it creates concrete product. Through that we can use, or that client will use that interface for product, interface product. Okay, client uses product interface, then it will ask for a new object for factory method or for factory class. Client will use that interface and will ask for new object from factory class. This factory is class, or that factory class will create a concrete product through that interface. Okay, through that common interface it will create a new object. Okay, or it will refer to that object. Here you can see that client will use that interface, that is product interface, or that client will ask for a new object through that class factory, then it will create a concrete product. Okay, through create product method, then it will refer to that interface. Through that interface we are going to access that newly created object. Okay, this is all about factory methods or factory patterns under creational patterns. Then when to use that factory, what are the usage of that factories, or when to use? When a framework delegates the creation of objects derived from a common superclass to the factory. Okay, whenever that common superclass or that a framework delegates the creation of objects derived from a common superclass to the factory. Whenever we are going to access that, here you can see that superclass, at that time through that interface we can access this, or we are going to create the new object. Okay, when we need flexibility in adding new types of objects that must be created by class, when we want to add any flexibility or need flexibility, at that time we can use that patterns. Then what are the common usage of that factories? It will provide an XML parser. Okay, XML parsers like Java X XML dot parsers, document builder factory, xml.parser.sx parser factory. Okay, java.net.url collection. These are the packages. Okay, these are the factories in an XML through that XML parser. Okay, in Java. Okay, then next one is builder. Okay, builder creational pattern. It defines an instance for creating an object but letting subclasses decide which class to instantiate. Okay, then allows finer control over the construction process. It defines an instance for creating an object but letting subclasses decide which class to instantiate or which class to should be started. Okay, there are instances here for creating that object, but there are multiple subclasses here. You can see the composition, multiple subclasses are there for that instance or for that creating that object. Then subclasses should decide which class should be instantiated first. Here you can see the generalization. One class is there, text converter. Okay, this is the composition of RTF reader. Okay, then document class is there. This is the subclasses. ASCII converter, then ASCII text. These are the multiple subclasses of text converter. Okay, here you can see the abstract builder class, abstract class text converter. This is the super class. Then it includes abstract word convert character. These are the methods, abstract methods that are included in this class. Okay, so this is the generalization. It the builder patterns decides or it defines an instance for creating an object, but letting subclasses decide which class to instantiate. After creating the object, that object will decide or the subclasses will decide which class should we start at first. Okay, this is all about builder. Here you can see then product class ASCII text. Okay, what that include it in public void append character. Okay, this is the ASCII text class. Then concrete builder classes. Here you can see that ASCII another class is there. That class ASCII converter extends from this class is extended from text converter class. This is generalization or inheritance here. This class is extended from text converter class. Okay. Then it will implement the methods from this. Okay. Then this abstract class this class abstracts the document object class document. Here you can see the document class is there. It will abstract that object. Okay, static integer value, then character token public get next. Yeah, this method, this class include this method. It will abstract the document object. Okay, then director class. This class RTF reader. Okay, these are the methods that are in available in that classes. Okay, then when to use that builder pattern? When the creation algorithm of a complex object is independent from the parts that actually compose the object. When the system needs to allow different representation for the objects that are being built. Whenever we are going to create that objects or there are different or we need system needs to allow different representation for the objects that are being built, that time we can use the builder patterns. What builders and factories, these are very similar to the factory pattern. Okay, builder and factory patterns are like similar, but factory pattern in that factory pattern the client uses the factory's methods to create its own object. It uses factory's method to create their own objects, but in builder the builder class is instructed on how to create the object and then it is asked for it how to create. In builder pattern it will ask for creating that pattern, but the way that the class is put together is up to the builder class. It's dependent on the builder class. Okay, a builder class, it is depend on builder class how to create that objects. Okay, so we have seen that factory singleton pattern, factory methods and builder pattern. Okay, under that creational pattern. Okay, that creational pattern includes factory methods, then abstract factories, singleton, builder, and prototype. Okay, so that creational patterns are design patterns that deal with object creation mechanism. Okay, trying to create objects in a manner suitable for the situation. Creational pattern deals with creating the object creation mechanism. We have seen the factory method patterns. Then we have seen, see, this is the examples of that factory method patterns. Then we have seen the singleton pattern. That means we want to have only one instance of a class. Okay, only one instance of a class. This is the applications of that singleton pattern. This is a representation and example, Java example of that abstract singleton pattern. Then we have seen the builder pattern. Okay, okay, so that's it for today's session. We'll stop here. Thank you.